Afternoon, people. It's Saturday afternoon, so I'm getting this out as quickly as possible. It's Stats Chat with me, Chris Graham, for We Love Betting. Every week I'll look at the stats regarding the English and Scottish football fixtures and see if there's any trends we can take advantage of from a betting point of view. Not looking at current form, just looking at historical trends. Simple as that. So let's kick on. 4 games to look at today. None in Scotland, I'm afraid. All in England. 3 in the Championship and 1 in League 2. First game, Derby against Wolves. Derby 10th in the Championship. Wolves have had a disastrous season, down in 21st position. Dean Saunders appointed in the second week of January, still waiting for his first win as Wolves boss. Will it happen today? I think it might, looking at the stats, that is. Because Wolves have got a fantastic record against Derby. Absolutely amazing. Unbeaten in 8 games at Derby, Pride Park, or the baseball ground. If you're under 16, ask your dad. And the last time Derby won a home game against Wolves was way back on May the 8th, 1993. Looking through what was happening in culture back then, peak practice. Would be broadcast its first edition just a couple of days after that, and REM were top of the album charts with Automatic for the People. It was the last weekend of fixtures in the 92-93 Premier League season as well. But Derby's record since April 1995 is really poor. In fact, Wolves' record: played 14, won 7, drawn 6, lost 1. So Wolves lost just 1 in 14 against Derby in all fixtures. They haven't lost in Derby, like I said, since May 1993. I'm laying Derby today at around 2.05 in Betfair at the moment. You can lay Derby. I've just told you why. Hull against Charlton. Again, I'm laying here. Hull odds-on favourites, as you'd expect. About 1.9 at the moment on Betfair. I'm taking them on today because of Charlton's excellent record against Hull historically. No win in 6 for Hull against Charlton generally. And Charlton, like Wolves at Derby, Charlton very good at Hull up in Humberside. Got a great record, unbeaten in 8 at Hull. The last time Hull beat Charlton at home was way back on New Year's Day, 1971. I wonder how many of you guys were alive then. I wasn't, that's for sure. That was the last time Hull recorded a home win against Charlton. If you look back at the fixtures overall since August 1971, Charlton's record is very, very good. Played 17, won 9, drawn 6, lost just 2 in 17 since 1971. Charlton's dominance over Hull, will it continue today? I hope so, because I'm laying Hull at 1.9 on Betfair, thanks to those stats. Ipswich against Blackpool. If you look at this just as a fixture in 2013, for me it looks like it reeks of goals. Lots of goals I'm expecting in this game. Blackpool, I think they've scored 50 goals already this season. Ipswich tend to go on big scoring sprees. And if you look back at the history of this fixture, again it screams goals. These sides have played at Portman Road, Ipswich's home ground, of course, 9 times in their history, stretching back to March 1962, and every single time they've played, both teams have scored. 9 games at Portman Road between Ipswich and Blackpool, and every single time both teams have scored. I like the sound of that, so I'm going on again, both teams to score. Just a quirk as well that I mentioned on Monday's weekend roundup. The last 5 Blackpool games have ended 2-1. So if that happens again, of course, both teams to score cops. So I like that. 3-4 for both teams to score in Ipswich Blackpool. And finally, Port Vale against Morecambe. Port Vale having a terrific season. Mickey Adams, Tom Pope having a great season. They're top of the League 2 at the moment. Morecambe 12th mid-table, which I think is a respectable position for a club like Morecambe, with the greatest of respect. But the real trend here is Morecambe. They go a bit mental in the last 15 minutes of games. They get a bit drunk, I think. They've actually scored more goals in the last 15 minutes than any other team in League 2. And they've conceded more goals than any other team in League 2 in the last 15 minutes. So in the last 15 minutes in Morecambe games, carnage ensues. It's all about carnage here. They've scored 14 in the last 15 minutes and they've conceded 17 in the last 15 minutes. What does that mean? That means I'm going to have a bet on a goal between 76 and 90 minutes in this particular fixture, and that is available at 3-4. Port Vale as well, prolific scorers. I think they're top scorers in League 2 at the moment. And so lots of reasons there to back a goal in the last 15 minutes at 3-4. So overall, Lane Derby, Lane Hull, both teams score, Ipswich Blackpool, and a goal in the last 15 minutes of the Port Vale versus Morecambe game. Best of luck.